We're joined now by Trita Parsi, Executive Vice President of the Quincy Institute and author of Treacherous Alliance, The Secret Dealings of Israel, Iran, and the U.S. Trita, thank you for joining me. Now, President Trump says that Iran's supreme leader was killed. How could the death of Khamenei impact Iran's response going forward?
Well, first of all, I think it's important to note that we actually don't know quite yet. Obviously, the president has gone out and stated this, but in the previous war in June, there were people that were thought to be dead, that were confirmed to be dead, and turned out that they were not. So we are not quite clear yet. The Iranians have denied it. They obviously would have many reasons to deny it for some time at least, but we don't know quite yet exactly what has happened. But if he is dead, the way this could impact the scenario, of course, is the administration hopes that this paves the way for the implosion of the theocratic system as a whole. We saw that in the president's Truth Social statement, that he was hoping that there would be defections from the military, from the IRGC, that people would take over. Whether that is very likely or not remains, of course, to be seen. I have not seen any indications yet that the system is losing its control. And I think they've also been quite prepared that under certain circumstances, obviously, this very old man eventually would die or get killed. Moreover, there's a different aspect here that is very dangerous for the United States, which is that he's not just a de facto head of state of Iran. He's also a religious figure that has a strong following in Iraq, in Bahrain, in Saudi, in Lebanon, in Pakistan. And this could lead to significant destabilization in those states as well. And it will put a tremendous amount of pressure on the most important Ayatollah in Iraq, Ayatollah Sistani, to take strong measures or encourage strong measures against the United States inside of Iraq, which of course, then we see how all of this can then spread throughout the region in a matter beyond what we already have seen.
Now, Trita, the president had called for Iranians to, quote, take over their government. And in his announcement, about the Supreme Leader's death, he said, quote, hopefully the IRGC and police will peacefully merge with the Iranian patriots and work together as a unit to bring back the country to the greatest it deserves. What's your reaction to President Trump calling for this?
I think this clearly shows the president wants a very, very quick exit out of this. We've seen in the past that he is not in favor of lengthy military interventions. He wants it to be quick, done in a fast way that enables him to declare a glorious victory. There's good reasons to believe that that is not what is going to happen here. But what I think he's hoping is that if indeed the Supreme Leader has been killed, that it paves the way for that one specific scenario. I think it's at the same time very important for the American public to know, though, that there was a deal on the table. The Omani foreign minister who was mediating this gave a lengthy interview yesterday to CBS, revealing what had been agreed at that table. And that deal that Trump could choose was far stronger than what Obama had achieved. So Trump could easily have declared victory based on what had been agreed and gone down that path. Instead, he chose not to, and instead he chose to go down this path of war.
We have about a minute left here, Trita. President Trump has said the strikes will continue at least through the week. How do you see this playing out over the next few days?
I think the next 48 hours are going to be absolutely crucial. I think from the U.S. standpoint, there's going to be an effort to see if there can be that type of regime implosion, which then eventually would lead to the military not being able to operate and resist. The Iranian strategy is going to be the opposite. They're going to try to drag this out as long as possible. They're going to try to inflict significant cost on the U.S. in the region, but also on regional states. We've already seen attacks against 5 of the GCC states, expand the war, and then turn it into something that increasingly will look like a quagmire for Trump. And given how negative the American public by and large is towards these type of military engagements, and the promises that Trump made that he wouldn't start another war in the region, if this turns into a quagmire, it's going to be a big, big problem for Trump.
Executive Vice President of the Quincy Institute, Trita Parsi, thank you for joining me.